Sir, you look like you sell exotic meat.
This guy killed my parents.
Give me.
On that note, have you seen any guards around here? I need to report a murder.
Welcome to Questmaster. Over the last hour, each of our three players have played through the exact same 15-minute D&D one-shot with the exact same character sheets, the exact same setting, and the exact same set of quests. And now we get to talk and see how each fared in their attempts to do so. But first, some quick introductions. My name is Cole Porter. I am the Dungeon Master and Questmaster today, and I'm joined by Tyler Fink, Ashton Rock,
Hello.
and Joey Stanca. You all started in the same, of course, setting, the same starting situation. You find yourself in a very small, very run-down village that's nestled at the end of a valley. The village only consists of 3 buildings. You have an inn, a smithy, and a butcher. In the middle of these 3 buildings, there is a freestanding bell, like an alarm bell or like a town meeting bell that you would ring. Additionally, there's also a very small traveling menagerie, kind of a petting zoo, set up next to the inn that consists of 1 tent and 1 wagon. Let's jump in first with the character sheet. So none of you had seen today's character sheet.
Steele E. Dan.
There we go, that is the right one.
Steele E. Dan.
Steele E. Dan.
You were each given 4 quests. So the first one is the only one that'll have 2 points because that first quest is simply to not die. Second quest is to put, very simply, to put goblin meat on the menu at the inn. Quest 3 is to cause the town guard to ring the town bell. And then the fourth and final objective is to have a conversation with a turkey.
Okay.
And that means that you must be able to understand the turkey, and the turkey must be able to understand you.
I was looking for the turkey.
Yeah, because you went straight to the petting zoo.
What kind of animals do I see at the petting zoo there?
So you can't see any animals from afar, and it would appear that the animals are inside the tent. I will say at the petting zoo, though, you see outside the tent, there is a goblin sitting on a chair, like collecting admission, but there's no one in line right now.
I spoke to townsperson Greg.
Oh,
to
yes,
start,
you're right.
to get the lay of the land, you know.
Name's Greg.
Greg,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you.
Yes.
Good little town you got here, Greg.
It is a very quaint place.
Yeah.
Nice place to call home.
What's with all these goblins?
Yeah, no one else talked with Greg. Yeah.
Fuck Greg.
Fuck Greg. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, you talked with Greg, had a kind of, you unsettled him a bit with
Yeah.
discussions of eating goblin.
You know where I come from, we eat goblins.
That is interesting.
The meat is succulent,
You see, he gets a little uncomfortable.
delicious.
I wouldn't consider eating a goblin. You went to ring the bell first.
Yeah, what I did
You
was
did.
I went right to a guard and I told them that my daughter had been kidnapped and that we needed to lock the town down in order to save her. I'm gonna run to the town guard and say, my daughter's been stolen. Somebody has stolen my daughter, please.
What-
You have
what
to
is
help-
wrong, frog person?
You have
Calm
to help
down,
me.
calm down.
I'm panicked. You have to shut the town down. The thief must live here. Could you just let everybody know somehow? Could you sound some sort of warning?
Give me a persuasion check or deception check.
Deception, please.
I'm going to do the same thing as before. I'm going to roll insight checks on these kind of things.
19.
19. Here, I'll ring the bell. And he goes over and ding, 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 ding.
And I deceived him well, and then he rang the bell and gathered everybody. And then pretty instantly I was like, okay, well now this is gonna be like a whole thing. So I just said, if you find my dog.
Would you like to explain your plight?
Yes. Has anyone seen a small dog?
Dog or your daughter?
Well, I said my daughter in it, but I had tried to make it seem like, oh, I love my dog so much, it's like my daughter.
Yeah. Everyone, and you know, it wasn't like a whole city worth of people, so everyone was just kind of like, well, this was a waste of time.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
kind of plead like, oh, this guy's an idiot.
Yeah. So, sorry, you actually went to the inn.
I went straight to the inn.
went straight to the inn.
Saw the mystery meat stew or whatever. Do you have a menu for food I could see?
Yeah, right now we got meat stew. She kind of taps on a chalkboard and says meat stew.
No, it was just the stew.
Just the meat stew.
Meat stew. And I was like,
Yeah.
give me a bowl. And there's like 1 gold. And I was like, never mind. Save that for me. And then I left. And I'd kind of like checked out everything. I didn't go to the smith at all. Though.
No one went to the smith. No one touched the blacksmith at all.
I'd like to know what that was there for. Was that just decoy?
That'll be on the Patreon.
That'll be in the Patreon. Yeah, we'll save that. You, Joey, you, the first thing you were able to do, point-wise, was talk with the turkey.
Well, I intimidated the goblin.
Gnarly-looking goblin sitting in a chair next to the entrance to the tent. The flaps are closed. He's sitting there smoking a cigar. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's all right. Just passing through.
You want to see the world's biggest turkey?
The world's biggest turkey?
Massive.
How big is it?
How big is it?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a cow?
Yeah, I've seen cows.
Turkey's as big as the cow is.
It's not that big.
It's that big.
That's what you're selling? A turkey the size of a cow?
I'm not selling the turkey. I'm selling the privilege to behold such a marvelous specimen.
All right, I'll take a look at him. I'm just trying to
Oh, hey,
walk in the door.
2 gold. 2 gold. He puts an arm out to stop you.
2 gold?
2 gold.
To see a giant turkey?
That's right.
You have to be joking.
I'm not. It's not a comedy show, my friend.
I'm gonna kind of just put my hand on my dagger that's at my hip.
You see, he reaches, he's got a scimitar next to him. Oh, what are we doing here?
I just
You want to see a turkey that badly? You gonna kill me for it?
Maybe.
Give me an intimidation check.
6.
Stare down.
I rolled a 6.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time for these kind of things. They'll do an holy shit. They'll do an insight check. He rolled a natural 1. All right, you know what? Not worth my time. Go in, go see the turkey. See
Thank
if
you.
I care.
I hope you have a great day.
Yeah. Well, I hope you don't.
And then I went in there and saw that it was just an empty tent with a giant turkey in it that couldn't understand me.
And you do see inside the cage there is this massive domesticated turkey that is the size of a cow. Huge turkey.
Hello, turkey.
Blah, blah, blah.
How was your day?
Blah, blah, blah.
Do I get any sense that he is understanding what I'm saying?
Give me an animal handling check.
Yep. 12.
No.
So I snuck back outside the tent and killed the goblin. I'm sneaking up behind him,
You see just kind of grumbling. Fucking
and
frogs.
then I just want to grab him by the neck and stab him through the back. Quietly drag him back into the tent.
Perfect. Hitman style. You grab him, stab him in the back. You see, it's just out of sight of the rest of the village, so there's no witnesses around that you can tell.
Yeah.
And you drag him back under the tent, or just behind
Back
the tent.
under the tent.
Yeah, you pull him under the tent, and the goblin's dead.
Jeez, Christ.
Oh my god.
All right.
And
And I put his ring on, and the turkey started talking to me.
Nice.
he also has a enchanted ring.
I'll put the ring on. I'm gonna look at the turkey and go, get a load of this guy.
Yeah, he's a fucking twat, huh?
Yeah, just keeping you in a tent.
Yeah.
And then I kind of like,
Hey,
you can
what's
talk?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. How you doing?
You want to get out of here? I'll let you out.
I'd love that, actually. So that was your kind of first move. After the bell, Ashton,
I went right over to the butcher.
yeah.
Sir, you look like you sell exotic meat.
As he walks into the butcher shop, you walk with him. You look up, you see there is a sign above the counter that says mystery meat special, £1 per gold, or 1 gold per pound. I do like to partake in the selling of exotic meats, but I prefer to keep their identity and source close to my chest.
You have some really nice meats. I know there's an inn over here.
The inn is already a client of mine. They purchased my mystery meat for their meat stew.
Yeah, and just as we were leaving the town square, I saw the butcher, and I was
The
just
butcher
like,
was one of the people who came out when the bell was rung.
I was like, hey man, you got any meat for me? So we went into the shop, and he didn't have any goblin meat or anything.
Yeah.
He had a mystery meat, which he didn't tell me what that was. And what is the mystery meat? I gotta know.
Give me a persuasion check.
9.
Like I said, I prefer to keep my sources close
Do you have any
to
goblin
my
meat?
chest. No, I do not have any goblin meat.
So yeah, after that point of like, okay, this guy doesn't have any goblin meat, I was like, I'm not gonna deal with him right now. I'm gonna go to the tent and just check it out. And I just left. I didn't know there was a goblin over there, but I learned.
Yeah, you went over the tent, and that's where you saw the goblin outside. So you go across to the menagerie, and or to the petting zoo, and it is just a single tent, and you see sitting outside the tent, by the tent flap, in a chair, is this really gnarly-looking goblin smoking a cigar.
Well, I tried to get in. There was, but there was a fee, and I didn't have any gold. But once I clocked the goblin, and he told me that, I was like, okay. So I went back to the butcher and I said, hey man, if I had some goblin meat, perhaps, would you be interested in that? Like, you already have a mystery meat on the board. What is the moral implications of this butcher? Because I could get my hands on some fresh goblin meat.
I am intrigued, and my morals are quite loose.
Tell that.
There were some persuasion checks in there as well.
So, me and the butcher go over there. We're sauntering over there.
The butcher went with you?
Yeah.
He's a fucking freak.
The butcher and I can tell he had that. Yeah, he had that kind of vibe. So then we went over to the goblin tent, and that's when it escalated for us.
You convinced the butcher to pay your fee
Yeah.
into the tent. Then you called the goblin in, saying there's something wrong with the turkey. You just stab him through.
Yeah. I take a cigar. I puff it. I want to check his person to see if he has any kind of turkey call or any kind of...
Yeah, so I'll tell you that on his person you find 8 gold pieces. You find that he has a scimitar, but he also has a ring on his finger that seems magical.
Put it on.
You put it on. You see the turkey looks over you. Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Good job.
What's up, bro?
The goblin died in every one of your situations, which was kind of by design, of course, considering putting his meat on the menu was an objective. But both of you stabbed him to death.
Yeah.
Tyler, you had a completely different means of...
Yeah. Do you want me to just go from the start of the tent to leaving the tent, I guess?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Because that's when everything happened.
Everything happened for you, because you went around and kind of...
I went to every place except for the
networked a little
smith.
bit,
Yeah, and I
yeah.
was I talked to the guard, I talked to the innkeeper, talked to the butcher. My name's Steely Dan, and I was just wanted to come introduce myself.
He extends a cold hand and grips you. My name is Slice. Nice to meet your acquaintance.
I went to the tent and I performance checked that I was sad. Yeah, I don't have any gold on me. I'm terribly sorry. I just saw what it kind of looked like a traveling zoo or something of sort, and just miss being a wild and free animal, you know? I was turned into a frog humanoid not too long ago, and I just miss being around the wild, and just thought I'd be able to I don't know, convene and talk to fellow animals once more.
He looks at you. He does look kind of sympathetic. Ah, man. Yeah, that does sound pretty rough. Get turned into gain sentience and stuff.
I used to just be a frog. I was just hanging out. And
Yeah.
it's just...
All right, listen here, man. I'll tell you what. I'll do you a solid, but don't tell anyone else about this.
Absolutely.
He takes a ring off his finger. Slip this on. Go in there. If you want to talk to the turkey a bit, this will let you do that.
I can talk to the turkey.
Yeah, but listen, don't. This is between you
Ribbit.
and me, right?
He just gave you his ring?
Because I did a whole performance check. I was super
Yeah.
sad, and I was like,
crazy.
I thought this was a zoo. I thought I was gonna find frogs and other animals. He's like, I got a big ass turkey. You know what? Go and talk to him.
Like a domesticated turkey as big as a cow.
Cool.
You walk in. Hey, what's going on?
Stop.
Oh, hanging out.
You're a turkey.
Yeah, big turkey.
Big turkey. Why? What's going on here? You're just this guy's turkey.
Yeah, I guess so. You let me out of here?
You want to help me with something?
Yeah, what's that?
This guy killed my parents.
Give me. Give me a persuasion check.
It's a 14.
Holy shit, man. Yeah. Okay. What do you want to do? You want to poop on him?
Hoping you'd crush him.
What?
I'll make sure the guards don't get you, and you can get the fuck out of here.
You want to? All right.
Are we in on this?
Hell yeah.
What is the I can't give you gold or a gem. You're a turkey. What
Man,
does?
my freedom is all I can ask for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I let you out of here.
We kill a guy.
Kill the fucking guy. And I picked the lock. The gate opened. The turkey fucking multi-attacked the goblin. Flayed him.
Yeah.
Fucking flayed him. I run out. Shove his own body in his own bag, pieces of his body, and me and the turkey are just
I left the goblin there. I wasn't thinking.
You didn't get the... Oh, yeah.
I left the dead goblin in the tent, And then I went to the inn, and the innkeeper seemed interested. I told her that, if I had some meat, would she put it on the menu? And she was like, yeah, put it in the stew.
You just said meat, you didn't say goblin meat?
No, I told her it was goblin meat. You looking for cheap meat?
I'm always looking for cheap meat.
You know where I'm from, we use goblin meat.
Okay. You say it's good.
It's great. Succulent. Doesn't dry out.
But is it in a position that I can throw it in the stew? I need to make more stew this afternoon. I was actually going to go across to the butcher.
You'd probably have to skin it. What if I told you that I could...
I don't wish to skin a goblin.
I could skin it for you, bring it back here.
If you do that...
If I did that, would you agree to put it on your menu?
Yes, as long as you agree not to tell people what it is.
Well, I already talked to a couple people. They don't know what's in your stew. They say it's mystery meat.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yes. There's some persuasion checks there as well.
Town of freaks, dude.
But you never actually got a chance to do that.
I ran out of time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finished my conversation with the innkeeper, and I said something along the lines of like, oh yeah, also, there's been a murder. On that note, have you seen any guards around here? I need to report a murder. And then I gave her the 8 gold pieces I took off the goblin and went into the street and just started, shouting. There's been a murder! There's been a murder!
What?
Up the hill!
You see the guard, he's got a spear. What is that? What do you say about a murder?
You need to alert everybody here. There's a dead gnome up that hill.
Someone killed him? Are there bandits?
He's dead. It looked like he'd been stabbed multiple times.
Dear God.
It looked like I saw a knife there. Maybe a goblin did it.
Give me a persuasion check. As you're yelling, you do get some concerned looks from the citizens.
15.
15, we roll for the guard real quick. Dear God. Finally, time.
You gotta alert.
I will protect these people. He runs over to the bell, starts ding, 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 reading it, ringing the bell, and that is time, 15 minutes. Well done, Joey. Yeah.
There's been a murder.
And that you had a persuasion check high enough to get the guard to sound the alarm.
Yeah.
You relied on the turkey escaping.
Yeah.
Right, to be like...
Turkey was running after fucking mauling this goblin, and I have a bag of blood and meat, and I'm running to the butcher shop, and I yell, the turkey! Ring the bell, guard! And he just, I do a check, and he runs and rings the fucking bell.
Dear God, it's finally happening! And you see he runs over and starts ding, 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 ding.
I'm running into the butcher shop.
Yeah, you run into the butcher shop. Yeah, and then you get the meat over to the butcher.
Yeah, got him to serve up a little nigiri of goblin meat, and I ate it. It's good raw.
I like it raw.
I'm a frog, and I throw it in there and go with my tongue and smack it back in.
Now, just to clarify, for the objective to be complete, it needs to be on the menu by the time the time's up with us, at the end.
At the end.
Yeah.
Delicious. Can I have some of that to take to the inn?
I suppose I didn't pay you for it, so...
Prepared, it's serviceable, I can take this meat.
He slices up into some fillets.
I want to run over to the inn and then ask him to prepare it, and then I started to run towards the inn. I have a delivery from the butcher, I'm doing some work for him.
Oh.
Here's some meat.
Fair enough.
And you were gonna cross mystery meat stew off, don't do that, because make the stew.
Very well. And that's your 15 minutes. Yeah, you got it over to him.
Yep.
You did pretty much the same thing.
I just basically took a package of the goblin meat over to the inn and just said that I worked for the butcher. Here's the daily special of the mystery meat.
Oh, you're working for the for the butcher now. Okay. Perfect. We're almost out of stew, so this is actually perfect timing.
So you'll put that on the menu?
Yeah. No, actually, we'll get prepared soon. I only have one bowl left.
Great.
And so she starts preparing the goblin meat.
Cool.
So Joey went first, and you did a great job. I was like, oh, Joey might take this one again because he got 3 of the 4 objectives. But then both of you came through and got all 4 of them. So we have a clear loser, Joey. You're going to have to relinquish the skull.
Oof.
However, we don't exactly have the clearest winner.
I didn't pull my weapon out a single fucking time.
This is true. I will say though,
That doesn't matter.
point I would bring up in Ashton's favor is that he finished a minute and a half before time elapsed.
I'm going to go to the bathroom and lock the door so I don't get killed for any reason at all.
You go fetal position.
I said I'm going to go sit in the bathroom so nothing happens to me.
You're just like,
I'm going to lock the
just
door.
in case something happens.
I barely got it. You very much got it and was like, okay.
I think that's the point of the timer is whoever finished it.
Yeah, it gives an additional
I think
metric.
it'd be Ashton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Well then, Ashton Rock, congratulations. You are the winner of today's Questmaster, and you are the new possessor of the Skull Dice. But wait, there's more. If you are watching from home, we're going to do a little bit of an extended discussion on this episode over on Patreon. And you can see Ashton enjoy his dice skull. And we're going to get a little bit into what they didn't do, what they missed, what was in the smithy, and some other hidden pieces that they didn't quite stumble across. If you want to see that discussion, here's a quick preview of it. So I had the Goblin staying at the inn. Like, he was out there, but like his stuff was in a room in the inn. And you could have found a novel that he was writing called Gobble Gobble Goblin. And it was the story of a goblin and his giant turkey.
I wish I went up there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you have that in print? Can I?
Yeah, actually, I wrote it all last night.
300 pages.
All 300 pages. And you can find that on Patreon, which is linked in the description. And you can also find that on patreon.com/Stellar Continuum. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and have an excellent day. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
That better fucking stay.